Hey guys, I am so glad to be here on a live with you. It has been a little bit since I have seen you all. How's everybody doing? Drop a 1 if you're tuning in live and also where you are tuning in from. And then if you end up checking out my replay later, then drop a 2 and also where you're tuning in from as well. I love to see where everybody is popping in here from. So I'm going to be sharing 2 things this evening. The first thing I'm going to be sharing is my why. What is so important to me and what is a huge driving force in my life, in my businesses. And then the second thing that I'm going to share with you is a quick wellness tip with you. So to get started with my why, wow, it's going to take a little bit of time to capture. There's a lot that goes into my why. Hey, Erin, thanks so much for tuning in. It's great to see you as always. So my why really goes back to my history. And, some people know about my health struggles, my health journey, and some don't. And so I feel like I've said it a lot and I will continue to share it. I'm committed to sharing it because by sharing my own struggles, I feel like it's able to help someone else who may feel alone, who may be going through something similar and really doesn't know who to turn to. And that is what I was experiencing only about 5 years ago. So I'll go into that a little bit more. Hey, Kathy, thanks so much for tuning in. I'm going to be talking about my why I have a strong passion for health and wellness and for the work that I'm doing. And I will also be sharing a quick wellness tip at the end. Hey, Christopher. Hey, Cleon. Thanks, guys, for tuning in. Put a 1 if you're tuning in live right now. And in the comments, also put where you're tuning in from. And feel free to put in the comments how you're doing. Like, how was your weekend? How was your weekend? And maybe something you're looking forward to for the week ahead. So to tell you a little bit more about myself and my why, let's rewind to, oh goodness, around 2008 when I was completing my graduate program in speech therapy. So for those who don't know me, I'm a speech therapist and I've worked with all ages of kids. I've worked in a variety of settings, including public school districts, as well as with birth to 3 and also 3 to 5-year-olds. So I've worked with birth through 12th grade, essentially. So I was finishing up my graduate school program. I had a really great recipe for disaster related to my health. Some things that I experienced finishing up my graduate program, as well as getting out into the working world, getting out and working in a public school district. Some of the things I experienced were extremely high stress levels, a ton of paperwork, managing children that had a lot of special needs. And, speech was just one aspect of many of the kids' challenges. I was not realizing it, but the food I was eating appeared to be healthy. But what I know now is that it certainly wasn't. There are so many processed foods at our, grocery stores. A lot of the food I was eating in college was very much institutionalized food. And while it may have tasted good, there are a lot of things in that food, probably preservatives, and again, too much to mention, but health is a lot deeper than what it looks like on the surface. Healthy food goes a lot deeper than just looking at a food and thinking that it appears healthy. I also had a couple sinus issues and some things in college where I was put on several rounds of antibiotics. And before you knew it, I was again headed for disaster as far as my digestive health went. And also when you don't have good digestion, that sets the stage for a spiral into many other health problems. So back then, when I was sick, the antibiotic was a nice quick fix. Get yourself better to get yourself back to work, to be able to feel like you could get on with the busy schedule, right? But if I would have known back then, what I know now, I would have taken the time for myself to rest and to restore and to make sure I was eating, really nutritious food and, building my immune system back up again. But instead, with all of those things I mentioned, it was a perfect storm for disaster and set the stage for my chronic digestive issues. Looking back, I often was frantically doing things, always in a hurry. Drop in the comments if you can relate to any of this. Maybe this was you in the past also. Maybe this is you now, where you're always doing so many things, you're multitasking. I remember very clearly having to force myself to sit down to eat a meal because I was just always doing. And that catches up with you after a while, and it did for me. Hey, Christy, thanks for tuning in. So I was the classic wired and tired. I would go. It was like I was running a marathon, and then I would crash. I think I started drinking coffee in college. Definitely was something that I felt like I needed at various points in time. And I certainly felt like I needed it when my health was poor and my energy was very low and sluggish. So not only did I have, so that's 2008, fast forward 7 years, I experienced digestive imbalance, low energy, foggy thinking, foggy brain, difficulty getting to sleep, being on the computer, doing IEPs late at night. I know certainly didn't help because you've got that artificial light on your eyes and you're supposed to be getting ready to go to bed. But anybody who does special education, feel free to raise your hand or drop a comment. You know what I'm talking about. Late nights on the computer, trying to get long paperwork completed. I also would get sudden abdominal pain, and it would just strike out of nowhere. I couldn't figure out where it was coming from. It wasn't like I had just eaten something that triggered it. It was a delayed response to something. And it took me quite some time to figure out what that was about. But it definitely tied in with my digestive issues. And what else? So over the 7 years, I actively sought help for my health problem. I went to many different medical visits. I went to many medical doctors and I wasn't getting answers. And then I eventually started going down a more natural route. I had more lab tests than I can ever recount to you. A lot of blood was drawn because I was determined to figure out what was going on with me. I had a lot of different digestive tests done. I was a huge advocate for myself because I found that a lot of professionals that I went to didn't seem to know what to look for. And so I had to come in armed with what I wanted done and what I thought, based on my own research, might be able to help me uncover what was going on. So, all right. So I also discovered in those 7 years how toxic my body was. Some of the testing revealed high heavy metals, things like aluminum, mercury, what else? It was enlightening, to say the least, when I realized how many toxins were in my body. And of course, wondering, where did these toxins come from? The more I've learned, the more I realize how many toxins are in our food, in our environment, in the medicines that we take, you name it, it's all around us. So by age 30, only 5 years ago, in spite of all of my many efforts to seek help and much time, money, and energy, I developed new symptoms. And I want you to think about this, or maybe this has happened to you, something similar, but imagine having that struggle for 7 years and spending numerous hours researching, spending a lot of money, spending a lot of time, going to medical visits, medical appointments, retelling my story over and over again to various medical professionals in the hopes that somebody would help me put the puzzle pieces together. Well, despite all of my efforts, I still developed new symptoms. My new symptoms 5 years ago were joint pain, burning, and swelling in my hands and my feet. On the surface, nobody could see that there was something going on. Like, it wasn't visibly noticeable, but for anyone who has arthritis, some type of inflammation in their body, you probably know very well what I'm talking about. I would massage my hands and my feet myself because it hurt so bad and I needed something to stop the pain. I also love to dance, and I noticed that when I would have these sudden flare-ups of pain, I could barely stand up for even a minute or two to be able to dance or to just even do daily activities. So I was really, really frustrated and concerned about why my health was going downhill, why, despite all of the things I was trying, I was still developing new symptoms. Not a good thing. Definitely a sign that your body needs help. And I'm thankful that I didn't give up, because I felt really close to giving up, thinking, how can I go 7 years and do all these things and still be in this place? So my why definitely relates to the struggles that I experienced. My why is that I want other people to be able to find adequate help for their health conditions, and not have to go through a 7-year struggle like I did. I felt very alone. If I didn't have a specific diagnosis, I was often looked at differently. And, like, for example, if I didn't have a specific diagnosis of celiac, then I was not welcome to join the celiac disease support group. If, there's a lot of people out there with signs of a health problem, and I hope it's not the case for you or for others that you know, but there's so much black and white thinking, and I wasn't able to find good help because I didn't maybe fit the picture perfect mold or whatever that they had in mind of a condition. So basically, I was told that I had an autoimmune condition, but they didn't think it looked like lupus. That's what I was told by a rheumatologist. So I even left that appointment feeling like I was an anomaly, like that no one could figure out what was going on with me. And boy, have I come a long way in the last 5 years. I became a certified holistic wellness coach to help other people navigate the healthcare system. Honestly, it's a sick care system, and I am not shy to say that. There again, if you don't fit a perfect mold, often you may be overlooked, or at least, again, that was my experience. And my passions now, really over the last 4 years being a health coach, have been to help educate and empower people to be advocates for their own health, to seek out, appropriate help, seek out somebody who understands you. If you're going to a provider that doesn't want to hear what you have to say, is not hearing you out, don't spend a ton of time. Like, really go to people that value you as a person and hear your concerns and honor your concerns. I think the 7 years, I met some really great medical professionals, but it is important to get appropriate help in a timely fashion. And so I just encourage you to do that, because otherwise you're suffering in the length of time it takes to get better. It really takes a toll on your body. It takes a toll on you emotionally, mentally, the longer you're sick. And it can obviously impact every area of your life the longer that you're sick. So I have a lot of passions, but those who know me know that my passions, a lot of my passion is around holistic wellness, looking at natural ways, natural lifestyle tweaks to help people live a healthier life and really understand what healthy actually means. I also love music and dance. I am a huge fan of cats. You may not know that about me. I like learning and educating and empowering people. Aw, thank you, Erin. Awesome. I see some other people hopped on too, Fran and Matt. Good to see you guys. I also love helping kids. I love helping kids have a better start to life and helping them to have a voice, because some of the kids I work with really struggle to communicate in various ways. I love spending time with those I love, family, friends, loved ones. And I love going to the beach, going to new places. I'm very passionate about food sensitivities and the importance of recognizing if you have a food sensitivity. I have sensitivities to gluten and several other grains, and that was something that was really wreaking havoc on my body until I discovered it. I'm a huge fan of looking at the whole person, which is the holistic aspect, mind, body, and spirit. And I am so thankful that in the last couple years, especially, I have found my way back to God and, a stronger spiritual connection. Without God, without Jesus, like I wouldn't be where I am. I honestly think I would have given up hope. And I just really am using my struggle as best I can to try to help other people. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Hey, Melissa. So at the end of 2019, I started a natural beauty business, and I really was looking for some things that were missing from my life. Now, those who know me know that I had a lot going on. So it wasn't a matter of like needing to do something to fill my time. I had plenty of things to fill my time between my speech therapy work, my health coaching, plenty to do to fill my time. But I was definitely looking for more fun in my life. Meeting some new friends, some new connections, people who inspire me, those who have an interest in, health and healthier lifestyle, a healthier lifestyle and things that go along with a healthier lifestyle. I was looking for being able to offer something to my health coaching clients, to, anyone, family, friends, something that everyone uses. And I came across, shampoo, conditioner, hair products, and skincare that is clean, that is natural, vegan, gluten-free, cruelty-free, and also has products that are good for every hair and skin type. And I would use a lot of natural products in my attempts to be healthier with what I'm putting on my body and in my body. And those who popped on just now, I talked about realizing in my health struggles that I had such a high level of toxicity in my body. And it was from a variety of sources, but beauty products is a huge source of toxins if you're not aware of that. And so as I've, had my own health journey and I've tried to, make sure I'm not being exposed to as many toxins, I definitely looked and explored more at what are beauty care products that are fun to use, that actually do what they say they're going to do. They're effective, and they also are clean. And for me, I needed also gluten-free because I'm gluten-free and have a big reaction to exposures to gluten. So I found that at the end of last year. I was also looking for a business that would be lucrative and worth my time because I had so much going on as it is, the speech therapy work, the tons of paperwork for that job, and then also my health coaching business that I started up myself. So I have all the responsibilities of my own small business to manage, from the sales to the marketing to the everything. So when I decided to look at that business at the end of 2019, like I said, I already had a very busy life. I was doing speech therapy full time, doing my health coaching, had multiple jobs and responsibilities, but I really was in need of a fun and creative outlet to fund and support my wellness coaching. For those who don't know, I don't know if you know any other health coaches, but it's a tough job. It, again, is my passion. Health and wellness is, a huge why for me. Like, if you don't have your health, what do you have? And I experienced that with my 7-year struggle. All I wanted was to feel better again. And I'm living proof that if you fight for it and you're determined and, you don't give up hope, you can certainly achieve what you want to achieve and try to turn your health around. But being a health coach on paper might look really good, but there's also a lot that goes into it, especially, again, having your own business. Having people value their health and invest in it in a way that I was willing to do because I valued it so highly is something that I found to be quite challenging. I've had some great health coaching clients. I've had a lot of wonderful people that I've met in my time in the last 4 years being a certified holistic wellness coach. But it's not easy, and you have to constantly be trying to get new clients. To be able to do it full time, I found that it was a struggle, and it was really hard to accept that, or to honestly, it was very disappointing because it is my passion and I know how valuable good health is. But ultimately, if people aren't able or willing to pay for your services, you can only stay in business for so long. And so at the end of 2019, I made it a career decision that I wasn't going to give up health coaching, but I was going to pursue something that people were willing to invest in, things that they already use. Hair care products, skincare products, but having it be natural and not be putting more toxins into their body. So I've really changed in ways. That's a huge thing of mine, is learning and growing, always learning and growing. And how I've changed since the end of last year, I feel like I'm really stretching myself more. I'm seeing more for myself, what is possible, and really asking the question, why not me? Why can't I be a highly successful health and wellness professional? Why can't I, be a source of information and be a source of healthy products for people to use so that they have all kinds of tools in their toolbox for a healthier life? And that's what I've been focused on, and that's been a huge mission of mine. Hey Lisa, hey Marilyn, thanks for tuning in. So another thing, why does this matter to me? What we put on and in our bodies is so important. I don't know if you guys can relate, but I'm thinking you probably can. I am sick and tired of hearing every day people in my life being diagnosed with a variety of different chronic health problems. So again, for me, I was diagnosed with they couldn't quite place it, but an autoimmune condition, about 5 years ago or so. And I've had numerous family, friends, acquaintances diagnosed with autoimmune, with different forms of cancer. And it's become such a common thing, but it certainly should not become the normal. So many people being diagnosed with chronic health problems that really can debilitate their body and their life. That's why this matters to me. It's alarming. And even though it may be tricky at times to find people in need of my help, it is still a cause that I am so committed to, and helping people understand what autoimmune conditions are, what inflammation is, why cellular health is so important, why being aware of the toxic chemicals in your food and in the products that you're using is so important. And what I want to leave you with tonight is a wellness tip. It's going to be very quick and simple. But, sometimes we talk about food, and sometimes we talk about physical activity, exercise. We talk about all these things when it comes to health. But the one tip I want to leave you with tonight is to consider how important what you do every day, how important that is to your health. Do you feel inspired when you get up each day? Do you feel like you have balance in your life? Or are you like me? In 2008, 12 years ago, when I found myself running around and not even sitting down to eat a meal, the wired and tired. I feel like wellness goes way beyond just the food and the fitness and some of the things we think about. It's also loving what you do every day, because when you're doing something every single day, that if it's a good thing and it's contributing to you and your health, that's great. But what if it's a toxic thing that you're doing every single day that is totally out of alignment with who you are? It's not fulfilling your purpose. I'm a huge advocate for, discovering like, what is your purpose? Like, why are you here? We all have a purpose. And, God's purpose, I truly believe for me, is using my struggles, my 7-year health struggles, to be able to help others and be a light to them when they're in a dark place and really losing hope with whether or not they will be able to turn their health around. I truly believe that. And that's what I've been fighting for in terms of really wanting to do more with that over the last 4 years. So love what you do. Life is too short to be doing things that don't fulfill you, that don't inspire you, that don't light you up. And I'm just here to share that, that is a huge thing that I have found for myself when I was out of alignment and I was working in an environment or a situation that was very toxic and, like I said, out of alignment. It really harmed my health greatly. And, I can see that now. And so I just encourage you, and I encourage anyone watching this to pursue your passions, pursue something that lights you up. And, you got to do what your purpose is, or you're going to find that you're struggling and that your health could very well be struggling and things just don't feel right. And so, just honor that and, make the decision that's best for you. But wellness is all about many aspects, the holistic. Thank you so much for watching. And I just wanted to share more about myself with you, my why I do what I do, and also that wellness tip here at the end. Please comment your thoughts. Do you love what you do? Do you feel inspired? If you need some support with maybe helping, you need some help, like discovering what your purpose is. That's something I certainly could help with in my health and wellness coaching and life coaching. Please reach out, and that's what I do, and I'm here for you. I love that. Erin saying that she would do her job even if she didn't get paid. And that is such a great thing to think about. What do you do and you love it so much? Like, you don't need someone paying you to do it. You just sort of veer toward it. And for me, that is health and wellness. I can't get enough of it. I love to find out new ways to naturally upgrade your health. If you want to know more about me, you want to know more about my coaching, head over to my business page, Upgrade Your Life Health Coaching. I've got a variety of videos on there, a variety of posts. Please feel free to check that out. And then also, if you're interested in, perhaps you need some individualized support for your health, if maybe what I shared resonates with you about my 7-year struggles and the joint pain and like just some of that, please reach out to me. We could schedule a consult. I do in-depth, thorough consults and also ongoing coaching to provide ongoing support. Again, ongoing support that I wished I had back when I was struggling and really felt like I was doing a lot of it independently. Not really, I was not blind, but I was just really reaching for things and didn't really know where to turn for quite a bit of time. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Hey, Emily, thanks for tuning in here. Hey, Christy, so good to see you. And I hope you guys have a wonderful, blessed week. And let me know your thoughts about some of the things I shared. And let me know if you want to know any more about the natural beauty business that I'm doing that has brought me fun and new friends and offers cleaner shampoos, conditioners, styling products, hair care and skincare. It's so important. We put this stuff on our body every day, and we got to make sure that what we're putting on ourselves is clean and not contributing to health problems now and in the future. Be well, guys. Love you all. Bye.